All right, do the thing, I guess.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, this is not the Angry Grant Show, everybody. Hey, what's up, movies and trains? This is not the Angry Grant Show. No, actually, this is not. This is the Confused Grant Show. I'll explain in a moment. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we're talking about a movie that I'm almost certain you have not heard of. I didn't know it existed until 2 days ago, and I saw it tonight. And that movie is, because movies and TV, that's what we do here. That movie is, hold on. Even IMDb doesn't know what this movie is. Hold on. Oh, there we go. The Country Club. So The Country Club is directed. I've only heard of this one because you met. Dude, right? So The Country Club is directed by Fiona Robert. It is written by Fiona Robert and her sister, Sophia Robert, which I know because one of the opening production logos before this film was Robert Sisters Pictures. They also are two leads. So what is The Country Club about? Not much. So what is it about, essentially? Well, the sisters Robert, Fiona and Sophia, play sisters Tina and Elsa Cartwright. They are working, trying to get their summer jobs going, when Elsa, seemingly under a case of mistaken identity, is invited by a hoity-toity country club to compete in their golf tournament. And from there, the two sisters begin their time there, where they meet a succession of pompous, eccentric oddballs. Among them include, most notably include John Higgins of Please Don't Destroy fame as Roger. He is a very strange man-child with an affinity for pink attire and being very, very rude to his caddy. But they soon find out that it is actually that there is another Elsa Cartwright, and what's wrong with playing the part? Why not? From there, other shenanigans, including a late in the game Elaine Hendricks as Roger's mother. Yes, the evil girlfriend, the evil potential girlfriend of Dennis Quaid from The Parent Trap is in this. That's the only other notable person. Let the shenanigans begin. Mostly it's just a bunch of shenanigans. So, here's the thing. My heart sank a little bit during the opening credits of this movie, when one of the credits, which was done very Napoleon Dynamite-ish, on objects, like it was written on objects, was fart noises provided by the person's name. And I was like, oh god. It's that kind of movie. So this movie, where do I start? This movie, first and foremost, full disclosure, the movie, when I did my city announcement, I got a like and a follow from the official Instagram account of the Country Club movie. That is right. They now follow yours truly. I probably should disclose that. Here's the thing. This movie is written, directed by, produced by, and really kind of made from the ground up by the Robert sisters. What I will say about this movie is this. First off, on a filmmaking basis, this movie is one of kind of the worst directed movies I've ever seen in a theater. But it's very shoddy. There's a lot of musical numbers, weird After Effects like graphics, random out of place animation, a very, very strange audio peeking in and out between lines of dialogue, audio all but stopping very obviously for a music cue, very on the nose, stock music that clearly was not the music they intended to be in the movie, but they couldn't afford it. All the stuff you expect from a low budget offering. And yet, despite those misgivings, yeah, I know, thanks, movie trains. But all that being said, despite those very, very big things, I kind of loved it. Honestly, I kind of love The Country Club. This movie is so out there. And the one thing I have to praise the Robert sisters for, and I want them to keep at it. I want to see their next movie. I want them to make a next movie. They're young. They look about my age, maybe a little younger. They're young filmmakers. This is the first movie for them. This movie, I said in my TikTok, very bluntly, I said it felt like a Nickelodeon movie with handjob jokes. Because it kind of is. This movie also tonally, there's very little profanity except at a couple moments. But then there's like a lot of really crass, like poo and sex humor in this. So it almost feels like a children's movie with an occasional dirty mind popping in. It's kind of weird. Here's the thing. The Robert sisters, I have to admit, clearly they love Wes Anderson. Clearly they love Wes Anderson and they love Jared Hess. This is very much, and Hal Ashby. Like, this is very much in that style. You know what it kind of reminded me of? The movie Greener Grass, in the sense of it's a surreal movie. It's a surreal, weird, quirky kind of deadpan comedy. Here's the thing, though. It was really funny. If the filmmaking on the directing side is still a little ropey involving the Robert sisters, their screenplay is not. I really liked the dialogue in this movie. It's weird, it's offbeat, but then here's the thing that's what's really funny about it. Because it's so funny, and because I like a lot of the characters, including our two leads so much, even the movie's flaws kind of take on kind of a scrappy underdog charm that really won me over. I found myself kind of loving The Country Club. This was a really funny movie, and it was very offbeat and and definitely an acquired kind of humor. It almost felt a little bit like an Adult Swim. If Adult Swim made a movie of this type, that's like an original film. That's kind of what this reminded me of. In that, I almost wonder if the shoddier aspects are intentional to be part of the joke. Because they do things that are kind of funny. Like there's a moment where someone makes a wicked comeback and there is an explosion sound effect that is very clearly in there. The characters are kind of all over the map. There really is no plot. I mean, even the golf tournament angle, they kind of remember it and forget it at a moment's notice for the sake of another gag. But the thing is that this movie it was short. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was about 88 minutes, something like that. It moved in a nice clip. It was funny throughout. And it's a weird one for me in that the movie, I could easily see a more critical school of thought really docking this movie and really hating this movie. And yet I enjoyed it too much to do that. I'm going to be real, guys. I'm going to recommend The Country Club. As weird as it sounds, as many, many flaws as the movie has, I like the Robert sisters. I want to see what they do next. I like them on screen and behind the camera. I like their style. I like their sense of humor. And I like them. And I like the people they surround, the oddballs. And the other thing, too, is that, yes, this movie is weird and it's populated by weirdos, but you can tell also that the Robert sisters love this weird universe they created. They love these characters. They love it. It feels like a really good... It's almost like when you... and I mean this as a compliment. It's like when you're a really good friend makes sort of a really silly home movie. But the thing is that it's so good that you actually enjoy it. That's kind of the way I put this. I like hanging out with this movie. Here's the funny thing. This movie just came out. This movie is getting a limited run, I think, for 1 week. In 8 theaters, it's going to be available to rent and buy in 2 weeks. Our theater was one of the 8 theaters that got it. I didn't know anything about this movie. There's not a lot of well-known names in this. It kind of just came out. This was clearly a labor of love. I really admired this movie and its filmmakers. I like the Robert sisters. Keep up this universe. I would even not mind seeing these same characters again. Now, here's the thing. This movie didn't have a Thursday night. I saw this movie in O'Fallon, the same theater I saw The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. there was one other person in the theater with me. This movie was one of those appearances where I was probably that today the only person who saw that movie. The one showtime I saw it at like 7:30 tonight. So it's because of this that about every half an hour, a different usher came in and kind of had this look of flabbergasted thing, like, oh my god, there's a person in there. And they straight up said, like, oh my god, there is someone watching this. I was like, hey. And I asked them afterwards, like, and was I the only guy who saw this thing? Like, yeah, dude. Yeah, you were. I'm like, that's kind of a shame, honestly, because this was kind of charming. I hope people go see this. I hope they support these filmmakers. I really want to see what the Roberts sisters do next. This was a really charming, scrappy little movie called The Country Club. I really liked it. So yeah, this is not an Angry Grant show, just a kind of, I don't know what to say, kind of confused but delighted Grant. Sort of like just, it's one of those things where it's sort of like Bizarro World, whereas Grant, if it wasn't working in the gear that it was working, I've knocked movies and downright hated movies for some of the same flaws that this movie has, and yet it charmed me. It won me over with its spirit and its humor and its quirk. I kind of love The Country Club, you guys, and I'm not going to go all the way. I'm not even going to go pretty far. But I was actually debating whether or not to do this as a matinee, but you know what? Just for the spirit of this movie, I'm going to walk 2 blocks. I give The Country Club 4 out of 5 stars. This was a really, really charming, scrappy little movie that I do genuinely recommend. I was surprised. I went in going like, oh, it's probably going to be bad. And even also the trailer is not well cut together. But keep at it, Robert Sisters. I liked your film. I hope... you guys are newcomers. There's a chance you might be watching this because you were, paying attention on Instagram. If you're having to watch this review after the announcements, even though I do think the filmmaking isn't quite there yet, I loved your movie. I think your script is really well written. So anyway, I think you guys have a really good sense of humor. Anyway, I honestly don't even necessarily blame their filmmaking, quite frankly. I think it's probably just because it was a very low budget. They had to kind of make do with what they could. And I kind of admired it for that. I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, that's it. 4 to 5 stars, let's close the book on it. Before we head out, trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. And then call it a night. Because I got to get up and do this all over again tomorrow. So, trailer trash. We only have a few, actually. Talk to Me, talk about it, looks good. Asteroid City, ironic. Asteroid City, talk about it, looks good. We're seeing it in a couple weeks. Joyride, talk about it, looks good. Barbie, this is the newer trailer. I'm so excited for this movie. It's a movie about death. It makes me very excited. No Hard Feelings, talked about it, looks good. And The Flash, talked about it, looks good. We are seeing it Thursday. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right, we will be back tomorrow for the documentary Close to Vermeer, tomorrow night. Also, either tomorrow or at the earliest, or Friday at the absolute latest, or Sunday rather, at the absolute latest, we will have a review of Flamin' Hot. So that's all coming up. That'll be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, classes. Mr. Love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what it's supposed to do. Leave a comment. Or so I've been told. Leave a comment even if it's a Grant I like waffles. It really helps out. Some of you already have. Or no, wait, sorry. Leave a comment even if it's a Grant I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to put me elsewhere, reviews, list, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisinPopcorn Twitter at RaisinGrant, Facebook RaisinPopcorn Instagram at RaisinPopcorn Serialized and all one word, all lowercase, Raisin on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raisin Popcorn with Grant, the podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of The Country Club? You guys probably haven't seen it, but if you have, see you in Movies and Trains. I'll have to check this one out when it goes to streaming. Definitely do. I highly recommend supporting this movie. I endorse it 100%. Thumbs up. So, see you later. See you later, Movies and Trains. So, what did you think of The Country Club? you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Have a good night. Take care, everybody. Bye. Take care.